I tell you what, if you can see how this is all set up, it's pretty sad. Like how I'm doing the sound and stuff. It's just amateur hour plus. I've got to get some more stands and stuff. Anyway, all right. If you think that you can become a great radio announcer just by watching a YouTube video of me telling you this, you are so wrong. First things first, you are going to suck when you start. It is just the way it goes. We all suck when we start. Some people still suck, but they're on air, and better to be on air and suck and learning than not be on air at all. Which brings me to my next point. Air checks. Get as many air checks as you can. They suck also because you're trying your best and it feels like they are tearing you down and telling you everything you're doing is wrong. If you have a good content director, program director, whoever it is giving you these air checks, they should be telling you all the great things that you're doing and how to do them more. And then slowly push that other crap to the side. But, you know, horses for courses, not everyone is built the same, but they are just trying to help you. Remember that. I hate them. I hate air checks. They're awful to get, but then they're a necessity. You need them to get better. If you want to be great on air, listen to Dangerous Dave Williams from Triple M in Melbourne. He is by far the best music jock in the country, so just copy everything he does. All right, you can't copy Dangerous Dave. Even though he's the best, you can't copy anyone. Don't try and be anyone except for yourself, because it'll come out on air wrong, it'll sound contrived, it'll sound shit, so you've got to be you. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it? Isn't that the reason you got into this in the first place? Find a mentor. I was lucky enough that when I was working at Mandurah in WA, I sent cassette tapes by snail mail to Craig Bruce, who was at Fox at the time, and he kind of agreed to coach me along, and he would send me back notes, and I would do what was written in those notes, then send him back, and he saw the improvement until one day he buckled and obviously got desperate and offered me a job at Fox FM. Stay informed. Always read the papers, the gossip mags, watch the news, watch A Current Affair, watch whatever is going on. Yes, I said watch A Current Affair. You've got to watch all these reality TV shows. You've got to know what's going on in the world. Get onto ABC News. It's my favourite app on the phone because that will, that's got the real news on it, not just the crap that you see on news.com.au. Hello to all my friends. Bucky, you're awesome. Thank you. Callers, pick up the phone. These are the lifeblood of the station. So I know it sounds ridiculous and obvious, but pick up the phone. You just don't know what you're going to get from these callers. It could be something about your breakfast show that they want to comment on. It could be a current event, hence why you need to stay informed. It could be about the music. It could be about anything. You're going to have to troll through a mountain of shit to get to gold. But if you don't pick up all that shit, you're never going to find that nugget. So keep going through the phones. And the wrong callers, they're the best ones. For me, I love them because you can convert them into listeners. I mean, they've called the station, so they obviously know the phone number. They've heard it enough times. They've got confused. I have a lot of fun with wrong callers. They're awesome, and they usually go along with the joke, so it's fun. Of course, one of the most obvious things you should be doing is preparation. It seems so obvious, yet so few do it and do it well. I like to go about at least an hour before I'm due to go on air, and just go through my music log and find out what's being played where, what the sweepers are, what the promos are, what the hot breakfast parts are, in my case for Triple M, and just, craft it. It's all about that craft, and it's a word that you will hear over and over again, but you've got to craft it. Then you can find out where you can be creative. Then you can find out, you can balance your messages, sponsors and giveaways and blah, blah, blah. But you can balance it and you can make it sound slick and integrated if you prep well. Creativity is key, in my opinion. I love it. It makes you stand out from other people. There are far too many cookie cutter announcers on air now who just go through the motions. So if you can be creative, be it with a caller, be it with a piece of audio from a movie or whatever it might be, it doesn't have to be a huge elongated sketch or anything. It's just got to be something that makes you stand out to other people. I mean, I'm lucky. Over the years, I've worked with some incredibly creative people around the country with Southern Cross Stereo. People like John Bleeby and Ben Dillon Smith, and obviously Craig Bruce. Tim Lee still is great creative person on air. Chris Page was great. Sam Mack. All these people were just really great to work with, and you could feed off them. And I used to listen to them and go, Jesus, that was great. And you'd praise other people, and talk to your other announcers and find out what makes them tick and what makes them think of these certain things, because there's just so many great people out there that you can learn from. And I think if you think that you know how to do this, I certainly don't. This is just what works for me and has done over the years. If you think you know it all, then you are in the wrong game and you don't know it all. That's why you've got to find a mentor and keep tapping into all those resources around you and keep learning, because it's a moving beast and it's fun and it's the best gig in the world. So just don't ever become mediocre. Don't ever just think of it as a shift. It's a show, and treat it like that, and make it stand out, and make it different, and make a difference, because why the hell else are you on air? You want people to hear your opinion, so make it count. I hope this has helped. I hope it's something you think about. It's certainly going to help me to go back over these notes that I've written here for myself, and it's something we should probably all touch on from time to time to remind ourselves. A lot of that is just, regurgitated stuff that I've heard over the years, but it rings true. So I hope it works for you.
Thinking with Higgo, thinking with Higgo, thinking about stuff